Welcome back to another episode of In Added Time. I'm your host Ricardo, and today I'm going to preview Game Week 13's fixtures of the Premier League, give you my game predictions, but also choose two standout fixtures that I want to highlight that I think will be the main games of the weekend. Or the two standout games really. But let's get straight into it. The first game of the weekend is Brentford versus Burnley. That's 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday. There's no early kickoffs tomorrow, so 3 p.m. will be the first time you can wait for fixtures. Brentford, I predict them to win that game comfortably against Burnley. Burnley aren't looking good at the moment. Looks like they're already in the relegation zone and I don't see them leaving there. Keith Andrews' Brentford, on the other hand, have been very good. Last time out to Brighton 2-1, but I still think they're good enough to win this game. Should be straightforward for them, really. Also, at 3 p.m. kickoff, we have Man City at home to Leeds. Man City really need to bounce back. They've lost their last two fixtures. Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen at home, and they lost against Newcastle. So Pep Guardiola wants his team to bounce back from that. I'm predicting a big win for Man City. Look out for a hat-trick for Erling Haaland. I know all the FPL managers will be triple captaining him this weekend, and rightly so. Another fixture will be a London derby. That's Tottenham at home to Fulham. Spurs will also really need to bounce back. They've lost their last two fixtures, although against Arsenal and PSG. The North London derby, of course, 4-1 was quite a big hammering, but then PSG scored 5 against them also. So they're looking quite leaky at the back. I think Thomas Frank will show them up though, and I predict a victory for them at home. Just to get over their little hump at the moment. You know how Spurs go. They lose a few, but then they straight back on it and winning again. So victory for Spurs in that game. Then on Sunday, one of my highlighted fixtures is West Ham at home to Liverpool. This is pretty much D-Day for Slot and Liverpool. This is beyond a must-win. There's no other way. If Liverpool don't win this, not only are they struggling to be in the title race, they could be fighting for a top 4 finish. And Arno Slot could be fighting for his job. I know it's crazy to say someone who won the league last year, but they just don't look in a good place. Lost their last 3 games, conceding 10 goals, 2 of those at home. Nottingham Forest, of course, 3-0, and then PSV scoring 4 at Anfield. That's just embarrassing. There's no other way to say it. Van Dijk's not looking good. Nobody's looking good. Their confidence is shot. Almost feel he should just play a 4-5-1 and go super defensive and just not concede in this game. But that being said, Liverpool do still have the stronger squad. Even though West Ham have been looking very good these past few weeks and under Nuno, I still think Liverpool can pull a victory. Maybe that's my heart talking. Because if they don't, they're beyond back in the corner. I don't see any way back out of that for them, really. So Liverpool victory. You should probably, for the people who like to bet, that's one you can bet on because probably the odds will be stacked in your favour. Next up, Nottingham Forest at home against Brighton. This should be an exciting game. Sean Dyche has been looking incredible, winning in Europe. Obviously going to Anfield and picking up a great victory there. He's not the Sean Dyche of old where we know, he's going to be solid, defensive and build from there. That is what they do, but they're also scoring goals. So credit to him for changing the profile of his perception, really. I predict a straightforward Nottingham Forest victory. It will be cagey probably for the last 60 minutes. Brighton could even score, but I'd say Forest to win that one. Brighton are just a little bit too inconsistent, and Sean Dyche is just looking like a great appointment. Next up, we have Sunderland at home to Bournemouth. Sunderland are looking quite good right now. I know they lost to Fulham last time out. It's going to be a very interesting game because Bournemouth, if they go for it, they could get picked out by the Sunderland team who like to play very defensive. And I don't know if Bournemouth will be able to break them down. Also depends if Semenyo is back or not. He's been out of action, and they have been lacking his aggressive thrust and his drives at the opposition. But I predict a Sunderland victory for that game. Everton at home to Newcastle. That's going to be another good game. 2 top sides. I think Everton might just be too good at home. Newcastle played midweek, of course, so it was a bit tricky for them. They had all that trouble with the fans in France. I think Everton have just had a little bit more rest. Also, Everton won at Old Trafford. That would be a massive boost for them. We all saw the incident between their players and Michael Keane getting slapped in the face and ended up getting a man in the match performance. I think he could do one of those again. I just see this Everton team really uniting after the incidents of Monday and picking up another victory against Newcastle. Now, another game I could have easily highlighted is Crystal Palace at home against Manchester United, but I think Palace will just be too strong. Looks like Amorim hit that nice little run he had, picking up a few victories in a row, even one at Anfield. That seems to be done now. I think Manchester United are starting to slide again. They're struggling to find themselves, and away at Crystal Palace, that's going to be a very tricky fixture. I see Palace winning that quite comfortably, really. They'll just be too strong, and Man United's woes will just continue. And then Aston Villa at home to Wolves. Wolves just keep just going down at this point. Their plan is just to keep the score as low as possible. I think Villa to win that game comfortably. Rodgers is on song, he's on form, scored a nice free kick last time out, although I thought the keeper could have saved that. But yeah, no hope for Wolves in this one. Villa to win comfortably. And then the last game of the weekend, the top two, another London derby, Chelsea at home to Arsenal. And I've been so impressed with Chelsea. Arsenal, of course, they're the favourites to win everything. They look incredibly good. Also beat Bayern Munich. Smashed Spurs in the North London derby. They look unstoppable. They've got the best squad in Europe, probably in the world. And this could be the game of the season, really, if Arsenal go for it. I have a feeling Arteta will be a bit more pragmatic. But Chelsea are going to go for it because they have nothing to lose. Really, if they win, they'll be 3 points behind Arsenal. And if you consider that they lost 2 games because of red cards to Sanchez and Chalobah, who knows, they could have been leading the table. I hope they start Esteval. He's exciting. He's a future Brazilian talent. Reminds me a lot of Robinho. And yeah, I see Chelsea winning this game. Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. It might be a close one. I am expecting quite a few goals. That's really going to be my standout fixture of the weekend. And that's it for me. Chelsea to win that one, of course, and they'll be 3 points behind Arsenal. That's important to note, especially Liverpool and Man City can pick up some victories and the title race is back on again. That's it. If you like what I had to say, please like the video, share it with your friends, and keep watching. Enjoy the weekend. Game week 13, unlucky for some, not for us. Get to enjoy Premier League football. The sun is out, albeit a little bit chilly. So that's it. Take care of yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.